Welcome back, everybody, to the third session of our campaign, The Thousand Eyes of Night. We have our 4 wonderful players with us today, one of whom is actually absent, playing Safina the Halfling, but I will let everyone introduce themselves. Let's begin with Parias.
Yeah, so I'm playing Parias, the not-so-cheerful paladin. He's not green, it's just I haven't updated the art. And I punch things really hard, sometimes, and I take hits.
Alright, sounds good. Next, let's do Wander.
Hello, I am Wander, and I have hated demons ever since they wiped out my family.
Oh yes, he does.
Ago. Anything that's bad, probably demons. And I am a samurai samurai fighter, and I slice things.
Oh, you're a samurai, that's what you are, okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alright, next, let's have Zalia.
And I am the talented Zalia Moraine, and I literally sold my soul to the devil for rock and roll.
Pretty sure that's the plot of almost every, 80s B-movie about rock and roll groups.
Oh yeah, those were all about me.
They're all based off of, true story, inspired by real events.
Oh, exactly.
And since she's not here, I'll do her introduction. So we have the wonderful Safina Meadmeadow, a halfling sorcerer. As anyone who watched last stream knows, she is incredibly proficient at Fireball.
Yes, she's a halfling nuke.
Halfling nuke indeed. And I suppose last but not least, I'm Ashedra the GM, running the campaign with these wonderful players. Alright, so...
Oh, you flatter us.
Oh, you're all fantastic. That being said, let's dive right back into where we last saw our intrepid heroes in the remains of the old Baron's residence, where they fought not one, but 2 golems. And we will switch back over to that map now.
Alright. Zoom in a bit. Zalia, where are you?
I'm off in a little room over to the side.
Oh, alright.
I guess we should start exploring.
Yeah, so Parias is going to look around and see if he can spot the traps anywhere if they're gone.
Alright, you guys are in the center kind of courtyard area of 3 main buildings that make up this residence. To the north of you is the principal residence of the old Baron and his family. And then to either side of you are the Hall of Records and the Hall of Justice. Beneath the Hall of Justice is the dungeon where you guys were all imprisoned. So, where would you like to explore first?
Well, I just want to look around this area for any traces of anyone took the traps or the traps.
Alright then, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Buttes, investigation, normal.
Alright, with a 10, you see the still smoldering remains of the 2 golems, now devoid of the cores that you and Wander claimed for yourselves. Aside from that, with a 10, you don't really see any footprints or scratch marks that would indicate that the traps were dragged or carried in this direction by anyone. As far as you can tell from the level of debris and dust and grime that is through here, aside from you and the golems, doesn't look like anyone's really been through here recently.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to this right-hand room, go in and take a gander around, I think.
I'm gonna search this little storage room I'm in.
Alrighty. We will start with Wander. So you are in... let me just make sure I get it right on the map. Open up our lovely map. And yes, so Wander, you are in the Hall of Justice. All right. Where would you like to look? You walk into this kind of cobwebbed room. It seems that people just, after finishing up their day, walked out and then never walked back in. There's papers, books, just personal effects, all in their normal locations. Nothing's really been disturbed or tipped over or anything like that.
Can I sift through some of the books and papers?
Yeah, you can go ahead and sift through. Would you like to look at the bookcase, or would you like to look at the papers on one of the desks?
Let's do the papers on one of the desks.
Alrighty then. Go ahead and roll. Let's start with a perception check first, and then we'll go to investigate, depending on how that first roll turns out.
Oof. We're not having a good start.
We're saving our luck for later.
Yeah, totally. Clever strategy.
All right. You kind of rummage around the desk. You want to be careful because it seems that nothing's been, like, preserved in any way. So the paper and parchment is quite fragile. You are able to make out the various notes and such on the table. Go ahead and roll an investigation check, and we'll see what you can discover from these.
Well, can't say I'm not consistent.
All right, on this particular desk, you find what appear to be a series of medical records for a number of individuals, upwards of, at a rough glance, you would say maybe 15 to 20 people. However, you're not any kind of, medical professional. You're not really sure what to make of the reports that you're reading, since they seem to be more the outcomes of particular medical tests rather than a diagnosis written anywhere. Some of the pages seem to be missing, so you're not sure what was wrong with these people. Just that all of their medical files are in this room for some reason on this person's desk.
Okay. We can probably deduce that this was a doctor's desk then, but that's about it.
All right, and Zalia, you wanted to check that storeroom. Go ahead and You know what? Give me an Arcana check for this one.
Nice.
And we
Nat
have
20.
our first nat 20 of the game. All right. You
I
you
know
always
stuff
know how
good.
it is. D&D is a game of extremes. May the RPG gods be with you. All right. So with a nat 20, you find out that this is it seems to be a medical storage area. So there's stockpiles of not only things like potions and bandages, but also the ingredients that go into making these items. The items themselves have spoiled after this extended period of time without proper care. However, you're able to notice that there is actually kind of an unusual distribution of the items here. While there are the usual, fever reducers, blood clotters, that sort of thing that you would expect to find in medical storage for a keep like this, there's actually an unusually high amount of one particular potion. Let me just check your background quickly and see what else you might know about this potion. As a traveling entertainer, you often have your ear to the ground when it comes to places you might want to skip on your world tour, shall we say. These potions especially seem to be a number of common remedies for a particular illness that seems to strike throughout the Empire pretty much at random. No one's quite sure how this disease is passed along, only that once a settlement is struck by it, it seems to take, healthy or sick, young, old, from all walks of life, pretty much at random, and will just absolutely devastate the area that it was in. The fact that this particular storeroom has so many could only mean that at some point during this particular Baron's reign in the area, this illness struck in a skull.
Uh-oh. That way, everybody's gone. Masks up, everyone. Alright, I'm gonna go and share this with everyone and tell them to watch what to touch.
Well, I guess you first find me and Safina standing in the courtyard, wander nowhere to be seen.
Safina is going through her items, making sure, just in case there's any further golems, she's ready to go, and just keeping an eye out on everyone else's back while you all investigate the area.
My earphones cut out for a second there, so I hopefully didn't miss anything too important in the few seconds it was out.
Safine is just keeping an eye for any further enemies arriving in the area while you guys are investigating.
Alright.
Wonder comes back out and mentioned that he found a doctor's desk with some medical documents on it.
I'm going to relate the story of the plague. So, yeah, everyone wash your hands.
Do you know any of the symptoms of this plague disease thing?
Do I?
From what you've heard in your travels, you've always done your best to stay away from areas that are stricken by this plague. But from the rumors you've encountered while wandering the world, you are familiar with some of what seem to be the most common effects. But by and large, people seem to say that the people who are infected by this plague seem to go mad and otherwise die or run off into the wilderness and are never heard from again.
Interesting.
Well, if you find anything strange, and you need to pick it up or touch it, I'll do it for you. Just come and tell me. My divine patron has blessed me with immunity to sicknesses, so surely I'm the best. Just remember that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, always.
Can you open this door for me?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pariah steps in first to see what's going on. And looks around the room.
All right, you walk into the Hall of Records, which, despite the name, seems to not hold any records. All of the shelves are bare. Everything has been stripped out, aside from a few scant pieces of furniture, which have taken quite a bit of damage.
Seems like there might have been a battle here at some point. Maybe
Yeah,
against some demons.
Pariah starts looking around for traces of activity.
Do demons
Praise-
normally go looking for paperwork?
Really.
All right. Go ahead and Pariah, roll me. We'll say that this is a survival check, since you guys are believe that there was some sort of fight that occurred here. You're gonna look for signs of, a struggle, that sort of thing.
All right. No, come on.
Would you like me to roll too?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. The two of you are working together on this, so you can either give Darius advantage, and he can roll again, or you can do your own separate search if you would like.
I will do my own separate.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, god damn it.
Nice. Consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just picture that meme of the Great Gatsby where he's saluting with a champagne glass, and it's just like titled RPG Jesus. He's like, glad to help. All right. So Parias.
Yeah.
Sorry, my I almost said my cat. My baby is talking to her toys, much like a cat is just. Oh, she's great.
Just
I
making
love her.
noises. Yeah, I can hear it in the background.
All right. So Parias, with a 12, you
Mighty 12.
you also have wandered the world, not in the same way that Zalia did in fabulous style, but you
No.
have seen kind of a darker side of the world. You're more familiar with how a fight in a room like this would leave its marks. However, this room seems to be bare of any of those marks. There's no gouges or scratches from like a weapon. There's no blood stains. There's no splatters of anything around. If anything, the furniture that's destroyed kind of gives you a sense more of it being destroyed out of frustration, like someone putting their hand through a wall just because they're so angry. It seems more like someone just with a great deal of strength just brought their fist down on some of this furniture.
Right. No signs of combat, just like more like someone got really mad and decided to take it out on the furniture.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Talking to a demon.
I've been there.
It could
and-
actually be a demon. Is possibility.
Wander with a 9. The only thing you can really tell is that the records that were taken out of the room, at the very least, they weren't like burned or destroyed inside of the room. There's no like bits of paper or anything like that. Just all of the records seem to have been removed from here for some reason.
Okay.
I guess Pariah's leaves. Let's see. Yeah, and he moves up here to see what lies.
Only one more room to go. From
Yep.
what we could see.
Nope, lots more.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess I'll open the door, see what's inside.
I'll just add you guys to the board so that people can see you.
After
Alright.
you.
Yeah, so Pariah steps into the this room.
All right. So you walk into what seems to be the maybe main reception hall or some sort of audience chamber. There is what seems to be just the main seated area with a desk for the Baron, and then there's like bits for welcoming people, what the remains of like tea and maybe snacks, although they're quite decayed at this point, off to one side, and then chambers going to either side.
Sorry, what was this room? Like a reception kind of thing?
Yeah, it seems that people who needed to see him in his like private office for whatever reason would come into this chamber first. It's like an audience hall.
Also, can I personally get rid of like the character portraits? They're huge and in the way.
Oh, sure. I can just put them away for now.
There we go, thank you.
I'll just pop one up if someone's doing something. So it's just one on the screen at a time.
Alright, yeah, well, I'll do like in the other room, just look for signs of activity. Just people walking through, stuff like that.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check then.
Perception check. Ooh. A decent roll.
All right. So you can see that footsteps seem to suddenly appear in the dust in front of the door to your left. There's no trail of them leading into the room or out of the room. There's just suddenly a set of footprints right in front of that door.
Strange. I'm moving there.
Want me to check out the one on the right?
Well, there are some footprints here, but they're not leading anywhere, really. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, sure. You can take the right.
Shout if you need anything.
I will. Listen, and likewise.
Can I investigate around this door? See if there's any footprints or what have you around here?
I'll say that there's no signs of the dust or anything being disturbed in this area. Aside from the footprints that Parias saw in front of the other door, the only footprints in this room are the ones you're making right now.
Okay. Should we do it at the same time, Parias?
Yeah, sure. 3, 2, 1. Come on.
Parias, you try and open this door, but try as you might, it seems to be fairly robustly locked.
No, we're not. It's locked. I'm not getting in.
Just shows that I'm stronger than you. I can open my door.
Yeah, well, this isn't a matter of strength. I say, and then I try to break the door down.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check.
All right. Let's check, please.
Oh, I ate my words here, man.
Oh yeah, you did.
All right, so
This isn't a matter of strength. Oh.
you just and the hinges just perfectly off this door, and it as the door is forced in and then just tips over on the floor.
Falcon punch.
All right, no need to show off.
I wasn't showing off.
As you walk in this room, you can tell that someone was in this room quite a bit more recently than in the other parts of this residence. There's a little bit of dust, but more whoever lives here doesn't care about dusting, rather than no one has been inside this room in 30 years kind of level of dust.
Makes sense.
Can I have a gander around my room?
Sure. Go ahead and look around. It seems to be maybe some sort of smaller meeting room. There's a kind of map table in the center that has different locations on it. But aside from that, the room doesn't seem to have much in it.
Can I have a closer look at the map?
Sure. Let's see. I assume you want to investigate this map.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and we're gonna say this is actually a history check due to the apparent age of this map.
Okay. Parias. That's
Wow.
hard to say, but
It is a day for it, isn't it?
Rats.
I hope you haven't used up all your luck when combat inevitably rolls around, though. That would be sad. Okay, all right. With a nat
no, I just
20,
keep rolling 9.
you look at this map, and you can see that it has been added to over probably a fairly extensive period of time. You can tell that like different hands filled in different parts of this map until it became a more coherent whole. It seems to be a maybe like a dungeoneering guide to the nearby mountains that are filled with various dungeons that need to be carefully mapped out. You only know what like a commoner would be familiar with in terms of dungeons, but from what you recall, dungeons themselves are living organisms that create levels, pulling in creatures and items from generally some part of the demonic realm. The lower the levels, the more dangerous and powerful the creatures that can be found inside. And of course, the more valuable the items that you can harvest from it. It seems that at some point, the Baron and a number of other people set about to map the dungeons in the area and keep track of how many levels each of them had, including what kind of creatures were in them.
Sounds like the work of demons to me.
Yeah, you say to yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so what's in my room, aside from dust?
From a cursory look around, it seems to be the private study of the Baron. Well, the old Baron, I should specify, since you guys have a new Baron in town. But yeah, this seems to be his work study where he kept all of the documents pertaining to the keep, Innisgal, the dungeons nearby, and also some personal journals as well.
All right, well, I'll walk up to the desk and see if I find any documents that seem interesting, like skimming a bunch of them until I find something that sticks out.
Sure, go ahead and give me a, we'll say you're just skimming them for something that seems interesting, we'll say a perception check.
Perception check.
Ooh, dirty 20. Alright. So, with a 20, you skim through these papers. Let's see. I'll say you can find 3 kind of key pieces of information. First, that this plague did strike Innisgal while this Baron was in charge. However, rather than believing it was random, it seems that he put a great deal of effort into determining whether or not this plague was actually artificially being spread by kind of demonic forces or their agents that were secretly in the Empire. And that's why it doesn't seem to obey any of the normal rules for an illness spreading. It's actually something that's artificially being passed on to individuals who come in contact with agents from the demonic realm. All right, and your last piece of information, according to the last bit of evidence that you can find on this table, like, there's no further notes after a particular date, but one of the last things that this Baron seemed to be concerned with was the fate of people who were infected by this plague, and that it seems that death and madness are not the true outcomes of the plague itself, but a consequence of something he called the choice. You're not quite sure what he's referring to, but somehow he felt that the choice was what was resulting in death or madness. Now, what that choice is, how that pertains to this plague, you don't really see any clear mention of that in the rest of the papers.
All right. Awesome. How about Zalia?
Is there anything off in these alcoves over here, or?
Yeah. Let's see. You're an entertainer, so you actually probably... What would this be for you? You know...
Sorry, I'm cutting out here.
Oh, no,
Hang
it's
on a
fine.
second.
We can wait.
Sorry, everything works fine for a while, and then suddenly I realize I'm not hearing everything. I think I'm back.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
I can hear you.
We can hear you. Hopefully you can still hear us.
Yep.
All right. So I will say that go ahead and we'll say this is an insight check.
Not too shabby.
All right. So Zalia, world-renowned performer, musician extraordinaire, you have been wined and dined at a variety of, we'll say, socioeconomic tables. It seems that relatively close to the time that the old Baron was either deposed or whatever happened to him, a extremely important visitor came to the keep and was greeted in this kind of patio area. In this teapot, you find very expensive tea leaves, the kind that you would serve to someone like, perhaps not the king, because what would the king be doing here? But certainly one of the very upper echelons of the aristocracy, much higher than a baron would usually entertain.
Alright, I will follow everyone else then to go tell them about it.
All right. Step out. And when I see Wanda, I'll say, Wanda, I find something. I think you were right all along.
Demons?
Yeah. I find some research by the old Baron, and he thinks this disease was demonic somehow, maybe. And that there's some choice involved, so it's not just like a normal disease. It's like, I don't know, a curse, maybe.
So you're saying that whoever's inflicted gets a choice, and...
I'm not sure, but there's something more than just boils and a fever.
I wonder if The common symptoms are one of the outcomes of the choice, if the choice is to be believed.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
I found a map of dungeons, which seem to be demonic in nature as well.
Oh, I see.
Oh, everything is demons with you.
Yeah, but he's right this time.
I'm right every time when it comes to demons.
Well, it looks like the Baron was entertaining someone incredibly important, but shortly before the plague broke out. Perhaps this person was the one who brought it with them? I don't know.
That's a thought.
A demon, maybe.
Yes. I wonder if the new Baron will know anything about this.
Possibly.
Maybe we should bring it out with him.
Yeah, you probably should. It's another danger for the village. Anyway,
Yeah.
he deserves to know.
But we should really find out where these traps have gone.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You didn't find them, Zaria, or any traces of anyone?
No. I think we have one trap that didn't get set off.
Yeah, but the rest...
I remember us seeing a trap be dragged off, was it? Or like we heard it dragged off?
Yeah, you heard a trap get dragged away. Or you heard something get dragged.
Maybe we should follow where that noise was being dragged to.
Yeah, let's do that. Behind me,
Sure.
just in case.
All
I
right.
suppose we all go. Return back to...
Safina just mentions that the sun is approaching like twilight here, and you were warned by some folks back in town that it's not a good idea to be out after dark.
All right.
All right. We'll look at the trap. We'll look for the trap. I think it went off to the right here. We'll look for it, and then make sure we're back at the town.
Should we just like dip our heads into these smaller rooms on the side?
I was in the one to the left already.
Was there
all
anything in there?
That's where you are.
I already passed along the info from that one, but I didn't go to the right.
Okay. We'll leave you to investigate that, and me and Parias will go down.
Yep. So we came from the south, right?
You did. All right.
Sure, leave the squishy spellcaster alone.
Safina can go with you, so you can have two squishy spellcasters.
I see a two door. Oh, okay, that one is this outdoors, so I guess. Waiting for Safina?
Safina is gonna go with Zalia just to make
All
sure
right.
that
Yeah,
no
that
one's by
makes sense.
themselves, since
Yeah.
you have enemies in the area.
You see anything, Wanda?
I can see a chair, I think.
Hmm.
Do you want to go in first?
Don't be polite. Oh. Don't be polite. Oh. Right. Yeah, well, I step inside and look around.
All right. We'll make we'll hold with that perception check from last time because it's a dirty 20. This is some sort of storehouse. Looking at the boxes, it seems mostly to be kind of more rations for the road. There's a lot of like hardtack and that sort of thing. Things that would keep well for an extended journey. There's a lot of it, which is unusual for one, a Baron's residence, and 2, given that they're in a keep like this, you would probably be more inclined to see like normal produce and the like that you would expect for residents close to town and close to the coast. But this seems to be more like hard living, going on a journey soon, stocking up kind of rations that you see.
I use my divine sense. So, for 1 round, I can detect any unhallowed, celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover.
Let me just check. Because we do have Fogsworth.
Oh yeah, right. Well, they should be behind total cover, right?
Yeah, true. True. In this room, there's nothing.
Alright. Well, 1 step forward. Just a lot of rations here. I'm not seeing anything.
Could it be they were stocking up for a journey? Maybe they were evacuating because of the plague.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Do I see any traces of the traps? Or any activity?
It seems that a number of crates were taken out of this area, but it's hard to get a sense as to how recently that happened. It's just so like grimy in here that there's just like dust being kicked up all the time, and even if you move something, more dust settles into the location that it was taken out of. So you can tell that some of the crates have been removed, but whether that happened more recently or it happened farther back when the old Baron was in residence, you're not sure.
Alright. I'm going to go to where I see crates have been removed and feel for like hidden doors, something.
What should we make this? We'll just make it investigation. Why not?
Investigation. Investigation. Right. Come on. Hey, not bad.
You notice that the stones in the wall have had the mortar loosened, so you can actually just like pull the stones out of the wall.
Ho 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 ho! All right. Well, which tile?
This tile down here, that wall, and then the gap you were just standing by, those 2 sections of wall have loose stones.
All right.
Would you like me to...
Wanda, I found some covered doors. And yeah, I point where they are, so you can help out.
I will take care of this one.
Thank you. On 3, same time.
Is this a strength check? Or
Yeah. I'd say it's a strength check.
All right.
all right, on 3.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Hey, you beat me. All right, your strength is really good.
Oh yeah. All right. So, Wander, when you push on the wall, a section kind of from your knee and down opens up. It's fairly clear that someone very carefully chipped out the mortar on this section of the wall so that the rest of the wall wouldn't cave in if you did this. Parias, you are able to shove a larger stone that has been placed in the wall. It seems that the bricks that used to be there were removed, and then a larger stone was used to fill in that gap that could be pushed in and out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I remove as much as I can, I suppose.
I look down the hole which has been created.
You can see that something kind of long and thin was dragged through the grass, leading from this hole.
Oh, my hole, yeah?
Yeah, on yours.
So I can see there's grass on the other side. So it's not like a tunnel, it's just like a door out there to the outside, I suppose.
You know what? Give me a nature check, because you might be able to detect something else here.
Oh,
Might be.
Oh, nice.
We're just spitting out these nat 20s. Alright. So, Wander, you are able to tell that this little groove is not just something being dragged through at once. Something was being dragged back and forth along this path. And as well, yeah, you can actually also see little tiny paw prints, as if left behind by a small rodent of some kind.
Okay. Thank you. What about Parias' side?
Yeah, what's on my side? Can I see something on the other side of the wall?
On the other side of the wall, you just see those same long drag marks that you guys saw before when you investigated the location of the kind of scratchy noise. It's just those three kind of long, thin scratches, almost like you're dragging some sort of tripod or like maybe a pitchfork or something along the ground and along that path. All right, Zalia, while Parias and Wander are investigating that storehouse, you have some investigating of your own to do. Go ahead and roll me. We'll just do straight investigation for this one. Everyone's rolling so well, so clean. All right. You look around this storeroom, and you see that it is a lot of, bedding, and it seems for whatever reason there's like a large stockpile of like traveling clothes that's being bundled together. However, there's only it seems a few travel packs missing that have like a bedroll and maybe one or two changes of clothes. But all of the other travel packs are kind of still sitting here, prepared, but no one took them.
Yoink. Anything nice in the clothes or just crappy soldier clothes?
Let me see. You rolled an 18. You see that not many, but a handful of the packs have like noblewoman's clothes inside. Perhaps sister, mother, wife of the old baron, perhaps, was preparing one of these travel packs. It has a very fine traveling cloak with silver embroidery along the edge. There's a number of rather nice dresses. But aside from that, there's not really anything else that would fit you, unless you wanted to get the soldier outfits.
No, the fancy ones. I'm assuming those tea leaves, were they spoiled or were they sealed somehow that would still be good?
There was a tin of the tea leaves sealed nearby, so you could probably take the tin of the tea leaves with you.
Fancy clothes, fancy tea, fancy.
I'm so fancy, you already know.
Yeah.
Alright, so
I don't know where anyone else went at this point, so I can't catch up.
Safina can lead you there. She stayed to make sure you stayed safe. So she'll show you the way.
Barias, let's tell them our findings.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So I found some little footprints dragging something away outside to the east. So that's one avenue. I think me and Parias also think that everyone was preparing for a large scale evacuation or travel, since there's a lot of stockpile of food which will not spoil in that room.
Yeah.
But they never got to take it, so
It's hard to tell for sure, but there's a lot of supplies. And I assume the hole I found is like here somewhere.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
just,
I basically I point to
right
the hole.
there.
Yeah. So that's just the wrong accent. So this is the hole I opened, and one this is on the other side leading to the outside, right?
Yep, to the
yeah, it
outside.
seems to be away from the keep.
Outside.
I didn't find anything, I say, stuffing an errant sleeve back into my pack.
Safina quickly whispers, "One of those is mine, right?"
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Don't make up things, crazy person.
Either you
Alright,
share
should
one,
we-
or I tell them.
Fine. But I get the nice one.
That's fine. We didn't find anything.
Nope, nothing at all.
All right.
Right. Fine.
Shall we pick up the trap and head back to town then, since it's getting a bit dark?
Yeah, probably for the best. I'll grab
Sure.
the trap.
All right, you guys grab the trap.
No, wait. Should we really grab the trap?
Yeah, we could use it later.
Would you like to leave it here or take it with you?
I mean,
It
what's the point?
notifies the Baron, doesn't it, when it goes off?
Yeah, what's the
right?
point to leave them here for later?
Yeah, you can leave it here.
Yeah,
no,
actually, good idea, Pariah. Let's leave it.
All right,
And then let's head
the
back
trap
to town.
remains.
Trap remains, and we leave and head back to town.
All right, so everyone go ahead and roll me a d8 for your travels back to town. And we'll see if anything occurs on your way back.
88. Roll.
I really hope that you rolled a 6.
Yeah, I know. Just couldn't stick the landing.
Oh, I'm having trouble keeping the accent separate. Ah. Oh.
All right, so 2 6s. All right. You guys travel back to Northall. You have the option now. Would you like to report your findings first to the Baron or to the Guild?
Parias would to the Baron.
I think Baron is the one who gave us this quest, wasn't it?
Yes. And then Strogboar gave you the traps on the Baron's behalf.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to the Baron then.
Yep, to the Baron.
Sounds good.
To the Baron? Away! Northall. Here we go. I just have to make sure all of your tokens are on that map, because otherwise people will be like, where am I? I can't do anything. What's going on? Alright.
Oh, that's me all the time.
Yeah, looks good. Alright.
Where am I? I can't see what's going on.
So you arrive just as the sun is setting. You arrive, knocking on the door.
Knock, knock. You know, maybe we should have done this during the day, but we're here now.
It's a bit dark.
Why is there 2 Safinas?
Why are there 2 Safinas?
She's the demon. It was her all along.
There we go. I think Pariah's token glitched slightly with Safina's there. All right.
I'm Safina. No.
No, I'm Safina.
Scooby-Doo mask reveal. Everyone is Sophina.
And I would have gone away with it too. If it weren't for you meddling demons.
If it wasn't for you meddling kids and your imp.
All right. So you see the lovely Addison arrive. She looks at you all and is like, I take it that you have news of your quest?
We do. May we come in and relay the information?
Very well. The Baron will meet you in the sitting room.
Sure.
You can open the other door for all of you to come in.
Just slams it in our face. No imps allowed.
The Baron waves a hand and tells you all to make yourselves comfortable.
Sorry. sits a bit far away and pulls his head down. Over his head, that is.
Oh, we can bring Fogsworth in with you. He can hide over here with the plant. He's like, eh.
As long as he shuts up and doesn't insult people.
I'm still not sure if that's a demon or not, so...
Close enough.
Yeah, it's like a little baby one. It's an imp.
If it so much as looks at me in the wrong way, I will slice it to pieces.
Oh, you know how it is. Imps always getting into mischief. But as long as it's bonded to Zalia, it's probably functionally harmless on your part.
I'd like to think so.
Yep, that's definitely the case. All right, so Baron Steel gazes at you all, takes in your somewhat haggard expressions, little, scuffed up from your fight, and you see his face just kind of fall. I take it that your presence here indicates that it is not good news.
That is correct, yeah.
We found documents detailing a plague that has been through this area before, in the time of the previous Baron who lived at the keep.
I see. I didn't have any information about what occurred during his time as Baron. There was no word of any plague. Are you certain?
Do you know of any local dignitaries who may have been visiting him? If I could speak. Someone important enough to use tea leaves like these, and I'll show him the box.
Someone important enough to come all the way out here? Well, Innisgal is, the last defense of the Empire against demonic incursion, but that level of importance doesn't really mean much to, anyone important enough to warrant tea that's 300 gold pieces a cup. That's quite an expensive resource to pass out to just anyone. Well, if they're really that important, then they would have left some record somewhere. Or perhaps someone in town would know. By the time I became Baron, you understand, really, all of the residents were joining the town with me. There aren't many people who still live here from the previous Baron's administration. Perhaps someone at the temple? They're appointed by the High Temple in the capital. So, if anyone would know if a visiting dignitary came, it would be one of the temple priests, I imagine. They're the only ones I could think of who could help you.
Very well. Oh, I guess we'll pay them a visit. There was one more thing. This plague doesn't seem to just be a natural disease. It was magical somehow. Sorceress. Because I'm not sure. So just be careful.
Can I?
Please, as well, take care. You are doing me a great favor, so I'd prefer not to have you. I imagine you know how that ends.
Yeah. Well, now you know. Sir.
Can I try insight into, if he's telling the truth?
Sure. Go ahead and do an insight check.
Oh-ho.
Nice.
He seems to be being honest. He's leaning forward. He seemed genuinely surprised by what you said. He's obviously very concerned about this. However, his steward seems to be more uncomfortable with this topic of conversation. She's been shifting in her seat ever since you started talking about the tea leaves.
Ooh. Then I will turn to her and ask her directly if she knows anything about it. Let's put her on the spot.
Ooh.
Can I try a persuasion maybe to see if I can peel anything out of her?
You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll start with what would you like to say to her to try and convince her first? And then you can roll to see how well that turns out.
Well, it seems as if this topic is upsetting you. Is there anything we should know? Is there anything more you have to add to this conversation?
The Baron also looks at Addison. And she gives a quick shake of her head and protests that she doesn't know what you're talking about. She only hears the same rumors that he's heard, and she's never heard definitively, one way or another, that there was a plague or anyone important who came to town. Nothing that would really warrant further discussion.
Well, what did you hear that wasn't definitive? We all know that rumors can, pass about that have far more truth to them than even if they sound unlikely.
She raises an eyebrow and says, "It is precisely because rumors are so dangerous that I am hesitant to speak of them. You have done us a great favor, true, but I would not want any hysteria to break out in the town just because someone got deep in their cups, for example."
Ma'am, with all due respect, this is very important. We have a plague of rat men who eat people, and now we have a supernatural cursed plague of something. So I do think we need as much information as possible. And I cast Sword of Truth.
Alright, you cast a Zone of Truth.
So please be open to us. For the sake of the people. And then I sit back down.
All right. Go ahead and cast Zone of Truth, and she will try the Charisma saving throw.
Crap, I don't have it in the list here. I have it in Spellbook. Zone of Truth.
Make sure you target her.
Where do I cast it? How do I cast it?
You should be able to roll, and I believe a sphere opens up, and you can just click that.
Oh yeah,
on.
there it is.
Yeah. Just be aware that everyone inside that zone will be, speaking the truth.
Oh, I've already used my level 2 spells for today. Yes. Retcon everything I just did. Parias did nothing. He's just sitting in silence. Sorry.
He's furiously thinking to himself, "If only I could
I
cast
wish I
Zone
could."
of Truth."
Yeah.
May I interject? Could
You
Baron and Steward. Actually, Steward first. How long have you been here? In this abode, in this town? Yeah. How long have you been here?
They share a perhaps mildly confused look and just casually shrug. Perhaps a year or so now. It feels longer, but that's what retirement will do to you.
And you say almost all of the villagers came with you, yes?
Indeed. Many of them are friends, family of my old mercenary group, the Silver Kestrels. With our, I suppose you could call them exploits, although that's perhaps overstating the case. With our, well, I suppose our efforts during the last demonic war, His Majesty saw fit to reward us with this barony. A lot of us had chosen to retire from such hard work, made families, settled down, and with us, the port reopened. Many of the soldiers in Inniskal also decided to move their families here now that the barony was once again functional.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna try the attack, try and persuade her that, if they can send us off to risk our lives, then surely we must be trustworthy enough to share information with.
Addison gazes at you. She seems conflicted. Her brow is furrowed. She's biting her lip. Go ahead and roll your persuasion check.
Dang, where are my nat 20s at for this one?
Finally, she heaves a sigh. Oh, all right, but I had better not hear from anyone in town that such and such told so and so, and eventually it comes back that one of you was flapping your gums and revealed what I'm about to say. Back when we were first granted these lands, there was some talk in the capital. Nothing definitive, and nobles, they think pirates are all suave, debonair scallywags that are just eager to sweep a beautiful damsel off her feet and sail the high seas having this and that adventure instead of murderous, thieving scum. Nobles get all sorts of strange ideas in their heads. So take this with a grain of salt. But back when it was not yet confirmed that we were being granted these lands, there were whispers that history was repeating itself, and that perhaps this time the upstart mercenaries would, well, there were implications that if we didn't know our place, we would get what was coming to us, just like last time. Now, there is no evidence that there is anything unusual that has occurred. Nothing has been documented. No one knows anything, as far as I can tell. It's just talk. Nobles who don't like that His Majesty is generous when granting lands to those who were once commoners. Especially the granting of last names, which they are particularly against. But it seems that something happened with this barony. I don't know what, no one would say, and it's probably all just talk anyway. Just trying to spook us and make us say, well, we'll just take gold, Your Majesty. No need to grant us lowly mortals any land or last name or anything of that kind. Us commoners are too feeble-minded, after all, to possibly be good administrators.
And who was threatening you?
Goodness, who wasn't? I don't know if you've had the honor, shall we say, of attending His Majesty's court, but while His Majesty is a gracious and generous ruler, shall we say his noble court is less so. But they are always backstabbing and gossiping. After all, what else would nobles do if not whisper about this and that scandal?
And I'm sorry, where do pirates fit into this?
Well, we are on the coast, as you know, and we also have the distinct pleasure of being the farthest north and therefore closest outpost to the demonic realm. As a result, some, shall we say, ne'er-do-wells have taken it upon themselves to, well, shall we say, make a deal. Some of these pirates, especially in this area, well, they like to share their bounty with, we'll say, forces outside of the Empire. They will raid and pillage and do whatever it takes to get ahead. And in return, they share their loot with those across the mountains. And as a result, they are free to travel anywhere they go, free and clear of any potential, well, shall we say, demonic intervention. Unlike everyone else who has to sail the high seas anywhere near Innisfall.
So you say you're allied with these pirates?
Oh no, they're murderous scum. But to hear nobles in the capital tell it, they are romantic, just misunderstood. All suave and, well, I won't bore you with the nonsense that nobles seem to get into their heads about pirates.
So the nobles are potentially allied with pirates?
Oh no, I think they're just a bunch of silly, bored women with nothing better to do than to fantasize about a noble savage sweeping them off their feet should they go sailing up north. Of course, none of them would dare set foot outside of the capital, let alone the borderlands, but, well.
Of course, of course. Thank you for that information.
And where might we find these dangerous pirates?
Oh no, Zalia, not you too.
Oh, well, if you feel like risking your life, I'm sure you could hire a boat to take you out on the water. I'm sure they'd be happy to tie you to a barrel and leave you there.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should focus on the keep and the things we found there. They're very distressing.
I think we should.
Killjoy.
I think we should go to the temple. They seem to probably have the information that we are looking for.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
But in the morning, it's nighttime now.
Yeah, certainly.
All right. The Baron looks concerned, but perhaps not surprised by what Addison said. It seems like he's more used to nobles coming up with this kind of drivel. So whatever she said, he doesn't seem too taken aback. He invites you all to stay here, of course. He wouldn't want you to go traipsing along these kinds of dangerous foothills in the middle of the night.
I say we take you up on that offer.
Yes, certainly. Yeah.
I'm gonna go try on my new clothes.
You have new clothes?
No, did I say that? No, that was
think
nothing.
I did, yeah.
Addison offers to show you to a room where you can bed down. She apologizes because they don't get many groups of visitors out here, so they only have 2 beds available.
Wait, didn't we pay for rooms at the inn?
No, I don't think we paid for them. We visited the inn, but we didn't actually pay for the rooms.
Oh, yeah.
You, shall we say, reserved the rooms without actually paying for them yet.
Right. Okay, yeah, then I'm fine with this.
All right, then Addison shall lead the way.
Yep.
Madison says she will bring you some light.
Thank you.
Somewhat, sorry?
Appreciate it.
Dibs.
Checks the
Safina
doors.
claims double dibs.
Girl
It's fine, I'll
power.
sleep in the bathtub.
Oh, this is a really nice bedroom.
Wait, is this like a crafting room kind of thing?
Come on.
Did you mean to close that door?
Yeah, totally.
You don't know how to deal with doors when you're not just ripping them off their hinges.
You might have more strength than me, but I have more finesse.
No, you actually have more strength than me. Technically.
Yeah, but well,
But yeah, Price is going to just sit down and keep watch for a while.
I want to,
Break
since
three.
we're alone, I want to mention, I wonder if the previous Baron and the previous people who live here, I wonder if they were similar mercenaries to the current people. And that's why the noble said that history was repeating itself. I wonder if this is where the nobles send people they don't like in the guise of a reward.
Yeah, maybe.
But last time they didn't have us, so
That cat merchant did seem like a shady type. So maybe.
Racist.
which merchant was it? What are you talking about?
The cat merchant with the fez sold like chemical things.
Well, you find those types in every city. I would know. I've wandered through all of them.
Don't you say anything against that nice cat man and his shady wares.
Oh, it's the same with all fucking Khajiits. Thieves, all of them.
Racism.
They do have
So
wares,
sad.
though, if we have coin.
I'm not racist, I'm a race realist. Fucking Khajiits. No, Price isn't like that. Thank fuck for that.
No, it's out of the box now. We all know.
Okay. I suppose we take a long rest.
Khajiitas wares if you have coin.
That was good.
Thank you. So yeah, Parias just sits guard with wonder, I suppose, until, I don't know, how long do you want to sleep for?
Can we all have long rests this night?
Yeah, you're in a safe location, and or at least indoors, and not braving the elements. So you can go ahead and if you want to set up a shift, we'll just do 2 shifts since Wander and Press will be up, and then Thalia and Safina will be up.
Right.
Alright, first folks, go ahead and roll a d8.
Suppose that'll be me and Rice.
Yeah, I guess glance out regularly throughout the night. D8. Go D8.
Alrighty. Wander, partway through your shift, you could swear you heard raised voices and the sound of something breaking. It might have been ceramic or glass. But when you listen more closely, the voices have stopped and you don't hear anything else for the remainder of your shift.
Was it like downstairs or was it upstairs?
You think it was upstairs, but you're not sure. You're not as familiar with this house, so you can't be certain that that's the case.
Did you hear that, Paris? Maybe should we go investigate?
Hear what? I was looking outside, sorry.
I heard something smashing and some raised voices.
That doesn't sound good. Sure.
How stealthy are you?
I'm not very stealthy.
Me neither. Let's just poke our heads out the door, see if we can see anything.
Right.
Yeah, you could wake me up.
But then, if I wake you up, then you won't get a long rest.
I only need a short rest with a warlock.
I guess Price walks up to you and just gently rocks you awake.
Gently drops a big pan of water on top of me.
I gently punch you in the face.
Sabina is dead to the world.
No, I gently.
Do I
Alright.
see anything as I come out into the hallway?
No, the house seems quiet and dark from where you are right now.
Sorry, we heard some strange noises. We're going to investigate.
19 on stealth.
But you just dart out of bed at the moment.
All right.
Fresh as a daisy.
So
Check
let's
upstairs.
So Zali's gonna stealth around, Wander and Chris. Are you also stealthing around, or are you gonna?
Price is going to stay in the room and just keep an eye on him. Just in case something happens.
It's her?
He's no sneaky anyway.
Wanda's gonna stay here. Just outside, just making sure if anything like comes out, then he can see it, you know. Oh, actually, can I? No.
Where was the sound from?
I think it was upstairs, but I'm not sure.
Well, then I will creep around and listen at the doors and see if I can hear anything.
All right. Thalia, from where you are, you can hear a man and a woman's voice coming through the door softly.
I'll try and listen in at the door and see if I can hear anything they're actually saying.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
You bastard.
Oh,
Sorry, I got a whole bunch of stupid in my ears.
you slam your ear against the door.
It breaks off the hinge.
I think what we'll have, since that's a nat one, is Fogsworth, who had been previously hiding out in the plants, comes stomping up the stairs, muttering to himself about stupid master leaving him behind again.
Stupid master. What? Fox? And then we see how she likes it. Oh, yes.
Alright, I
And
will
then he-
dart over and grab him. Stuff
him.
cover his whole
In
head
him.
with my hand.
You see him look at you in front of the door and just like mouth wide open, about to like start like shouting at you for leaving him behind, and you're like, no, and you have to grab him and run away. All right.
New.
I guess that's it then. It must be a squabble or something. Nothing to worry about. Shall we swap watches now then?
How long has it been?
Your shift can be over now. 4 hours roughly.
Sure.
Zalia, you did manage to get some sleep, so okay.
So, go to bed.
All right,
Pick
and
the other one up.
Safina is like, all right,
Hey, get out of my bed.
anything unusual happened?
You have a squabble outside, I think, but nothing big. We're fine.
Alright, if you say so. Alright. Let's keep a lookout. Just in case, like, demons come and attack us, or if
Demons?
something suspicious happens. You know, something like that. Alright, go ahead and Zalia, go ahead and roll me a d8, and I'll also roll Safina's as well. What a spread. Alright, the two of you stay up, quietly chatting in between, checking out the window and down the stairs and out into the hall. But aside from the two of you, it doesn't really sound like anyone else is up in the house. So, everyone can go ahead and take a rest. It's a new day. And since we are about 2 hours into our game here, why don't we have a quick break
Alright.
so that people can go and get drinks, go to the bathroom, etc., and then we will continue starting our next day.
Sure. How do I do rest?
If you open up your sheet,
Oh wait, I found it.
yeah,
Long
it's
rest.
the bed, yeah. All right.
Rest.
So we will take a break. Alright. Looks like everyone is back.
Can you just drag me along for a minute? I will be back in 2 seconds. I just have to run outside and give a poor outside cat a couple of treats.
No problem.
Yeah, sure.
I can still hear you. I just can't respond for a minute.
That's alright.
No.
Alright. So you guys wake up. You can hear people in the house, you know, going about their day.
It's a lovely new day to kill some demons, I think.
If we can find them, yeah.
Of course.
You hear a knock on the door. It's Addison. Demon. She looks at you all. Are you joining us for breakfast, or would you like to hit the road?
How far away is the temple? May I ask?
Perhaps an hour's walk, thereabouts.
I think we should stay for breakfast.
If you'd have me, sure, yeah.
Oh, I see no reason not to have you join us.
Thank you.
It's
Much
we'll
appreciated.
be ready downstairs in just a few moments.
Okay. Sure.
First quest of the day, have some breakfast.
Hello, Kitty. You want breakfast too?
And then grab Safina.
My cat wants some attention. Hello, yes, I know. Playing a game right now.
You should send us some pictures. If you can get them.
Sure. Sure. I have some ready, of course.
Oh, amazing.
Off topic. Let's see.
I'll send some of mine when he comes back in.
Safina looks around and is like, wait, why am I on the side with Fogsworth? This isn't fair. Justice for Safina!
I've
Sorry, cool kids table on this side only.
posted that then off topic.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
That looks like my friend's cat, Oreo. You can guess what Oreo looks like.
Yeah, the name.
Orange, you mean?
Telling.
Orange and spotted?
Of course.
Naturally?
Naturally.
Naturally.
Alright,
Naturally.
everyone settles in for some breakfast. Because you guys are eating at the Baron's table, you guys can get a slight bonus for the rest of the day. Let me just roll on the table to see what your slight bonus shall be.
Is it lactose intolerance?
Wait, what do you mean toast and Toblerone?
What?
Did I mishear you? I was like, toast and Toblerone.
I said lactose intolerance.
Oh, like,
Oh,
Oh, I thought I heard toast something too.
Oh,
toast and Toblerones.
There's a
Sounds
breakfast.
like it would be a thing somewhere.
I wouldn't mind some toast and Toblerones right now.
I was like, that's a thing? Is that something people eat?
Oh,
I mean-
yeah, classic English breakfast: toast and Toblerones.
Yeah, us British people, we eat some weird things like sugar sandwiches. And
Deep fried
toast
Mars
sandwiches.
bars.
Yeah.
Alright, so until your guys' next long rest, you get +2 to damage.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah, so you get +2 to damage, and you have advantage against ill effects. So this would be like poison.
I don't think
Nice.
Parias gets any benefit from that.
Well, you get
I'm immune to
bonuses.
disease, not poisons.
Oh.
And I get to punch harder. That's nice.
All right, so just make a note on your sheets that you have a slight buff until your next long rest.
Alright.
I will also remember this, but it's also handy in combat if you also have. All right.
Good.
So everyone's
Breakfast
kind of chatting about their
bonus.
day. The Baron says to be on the lookout for a summons. He'll send a runner for a meeting he'll be calling with the guild members to determine what should be done about all of this information you've just given him. The rats and the demons, and sounds like there's a lot to decide.
All right. So,
Alright. So you guys have eaten breakfast. Say that takes an hour. And everyone can go about their day now. Alright. We will have... Felicia's gonna go to her office. And she wishes you all well. And again, thanks you all for your help freeing her from the death.
I suppose we should head off to the temple then.
yeah, let's go.
Pariahs, you're supposed to open doors before you try and go through them.
I'm sorry, I just assume I'll be able to plow through them with ease. So, if
I
it's
mean, you
open,
have-
it's strange.
You have proven that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
True. Alright, so you leave the Baron's estate and you walk into town. Would you like to stop in the, I guess, first bit of town you went to, or would you like to proceed directly to the temple?
Pariahs doesn't have any business in town, really, so he'll want to go to the temple.
Yeah, I think just going straight to the temple is the idea here.
I mean, is there anywhere I can sell that tea for 300 gold a cup?
You probably actually have a better chance near the temple area, since the temple is by the docks, and there's probably more interest in that sort of thing down there. The first area you entered in with in Northall is more like the permanent residents of the area, so it's more like the village proper, and the docks tend to be more kind of temporary people who are just either connected with the port itself, kind of shipping in and out, or soldiers who are also not here necessarily long term. So you'll see more travel and trade when you head down to the dock. Alright, that being said, let us go to the docks. And fate to the next scene.
Onward to adventure.
And upward.
And always twirling towards freedom.
Oh, this looks interesting.
Certainly twirling towards something. Alright, so you walk towards the docks. You have the salty ocean spray in your nose. You can hear the cries of seagulls, the various patois as traders from around the empire all barter and trade in the open market nearby. You can see, I guess, to the south of you, past the inn, a white stone building. It seems to be a small temple. This must be the one that the Baron was telling you about.
Onward!
Shall we head down? Well, looks like we're going down.
Is it this one?
That would be the tavern, so just continue on
Shit.
to your right. Yeah.
Ah,
Can
Temple
you
of
drag
Ale.
me along for a second? I need
Sure.
to replace the battery on my mouse.
oh.
No.
Zalias is suddenly struck by paralysis.
I
Safina's
assume
like,
it's
I got this.
I T-pose for dominance.
Parias, would you like to go first? I don't think a tiefling leading the group will be a very appetizing view.
I don't think a malformed man.
All right, I'll go first.
Dahlia, maybe?
Safina throws open the door and confidently strides into the temple.
Alright.
We're just hiding behind Safina like we're like shy children.
I'm trying to keep my air of mystique going. So I'll just pose in the corner and look cool.
Depots?
You see a young elven woman and an older gentleman sitting in the temple. They are peering into something in their hands, although they put it away when they see you approach. Visitors. How may we help you?
I'm glad they had the courtesy to put their phones down. But yeah, I just stay at the back. Chadrick.
I suppose I'll say something first then. We were told that this temple has been here for quite a long time. Definitely before the current Baron came to these lands. Is that true?
A student of history, I see. Yes. Our temple here is one of the oldest structures, save for the Tower of Innisthal itself, in these lands.
In that case, could you enlighten us on what happened to the previous Baron and all of the people who were here before the current Baron and his friends and family came?
I'm afraid I am unable to answer your questions at this time. However, I can write to the previous attendant who was positioned at this temple. I'm afraid I am new to my post and have not yet had time to go through all of the records. As you can imagine, there's several decades of notes to go through at this time. However, I'm sure a quick letter will clear up any uncertainty that you may have.
We appreciate it, sir.
How long will this letter take to arrive and for us to get a response?
Oh, well, let me see. I suppose it depends on whether my compatriot is stationed at the main temple or if he has already moved on to another pasture. If he's at the main temple in the capital, well, I believe there is a ship heading that direction in the not too distant future, but I suppose if it's very urgent, I could see about sending a priority mail. Exactly how urgent is this message?
Do we want to pay to overnight it? Hey, what happened to all those magical origami messages you were sending, or is that only in the area?
I think that was the guildmaster. But yeah, it's quite urgent. Of great importance to the village as a whole, I believe.
You mentioned that you haven't looked through all of the documents. Does that mean that the documents are here in this temple?
Oh, I have, well, we have a shared storage where we can keep these kinds of documents. I'm sure you're familiar with, well, the various incursions that resulted in the loss of several temples. Since then, we've made a point of ensuring that any items of value stay within the shared space, so that if any particular temple should fall, all of their records are not lost with the temple.
Do you have the records from the keep? Because it seemed as if they were taken.
I'm afraid these records are only the personal notes or various goings-on pertaining to the temple. I wouldn't have the authority to remove anything from any keep. If there are records missing there, either the new Baron or perhaps, well, I suppose there's something like an auditor. They go through and inspect various holdings appointed by His Majesty. They might have taken it when they were last through here. Otherwise, perhaps the town guard would know. They might have been taken for safekeeping. Otherwise, I'm afraid I can't help you very much.
And where is this auditor? Because the new Baron sent us to you to ask, so...
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? If it's urgent, I am happy to send a message to the old priest. Well, as soon as I can write a message, I suppose. What precisely did you want me to ask? It's better to be specific in these cases.
We want to know... I don't know, actually.
Who might have been visiting the keep when the plague rolled in?
Yeah.
Who might have been important enough to warrant 300 gold's worth of tea?
All right. Tea and visitors, I see.
And if he knows anything about the missing records or the plague.
Yeah, we have reason to believe that a visitor of ominous nature may have come here and brought with them the plague in question.
Well, that is quite serious. Very well. This won't take but a moment. Ulior, if you wouldn't mind attending to their needs while I go and send this letter off. I imagine this will take perhaps we can get a reply either by the end of today or early tomorrow. After all, I imagine he will need some time to write his reply, and if he has to consult any of his own records, that will also take some doing. But yes, if you come tonight or tomorrow morning, I can have an answer for you.
Okay, we will do that promptly.
Very well.
So,
Appreciate it.
thank you for your assistance.
Yes, many thanks.
Is there anywhere in here that looks like Fogsworth could maybe hide to listen in on them when we leave?
There is an area that looks perhaps like a confessional. We could probably hang out in there.
To the left?
Hey,
Yeah,
I think a
to the
little
left.
girl dropped her imp doll. Could you keep an eye on it? If she finds it? If she needs it? Alright, well, I guess the rest of us leave.
Well, what now?
Zalia maybe is going to go around looking for handsome sailors or something.
Nah, man, I want to sell that expensive tea.
But Jack Sparrow, though.
Those things always work out better in the romance novels.
Maybe so. Yeah, well, I guess.
In real life, there's nowhere to shower on those pirate ships, you may have noticed. So,
True.
yeah,
You just
not
have
quite
it.
as,
You've got water
romantic
around
as you
just
think.
dip in the ocean a bit.
you know, they
Like-
can, but they usually don't, in my experience.
True. I was thinking maybe we should go back to the keep and follow the trail we found.
Can we check out the market first?
Yeah, sure. Any more shady Khajiit?
So what sorts of stores do they have?
So there's all sorts of exotic foods and items from all across the empire here. All sorts of little oddities, trinkets, clothes, items to wear, just all sorts of things. There's a much bigger market and variety of items than the main stores in town.
Any magic items?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Middling.
There's a few tables that have kind of an assortment of magical items. Everything from like different potions to magical items to apparently like a teacup that can sing. It's all sorts of things just kind of mishmashed together. It seems most of the tables are sorted by who actually brought in the items rather than like necessarily what kind of items they are. And it's only if someone is like, well, I'm a fisherman, so I catch fish, so my table is only fish. But if they're a trader from perhaps farther abroad, they have a variety of items to sell. So everything is kind of just mixed together.
Singing teacup, yes.
Question is
Is
what
it
does
good?
Sing? So that
Is
it
it
only
any
sings
good?
Justin Bieber.
No!
Baby, baby,
Then I'll have to
baby,
pay for
oh.
smashing it.
Anyone sell shields?
Sell
Oh, that
sheep.
sells a chicken. Shield.
Oh, shield. So Ted is the man who has the singing teacup and the variety of kind of random magical items. If you want someone who sells shields, we can handle shields first.
All right.
Stage. So you see a large lizard folk who is selling various loot items that he has collected from dungeon delving right now.
All right. Hello, sir. I'd be interested maybe in buying a good sturdy shield. Sir?
He gives you a wide smile, taking care to keep his lips over his, we'll say, fangs.
What lips?
He got some lips. He has lips on his face.
Lizard lips.
I'm just looking at the picture. That man has no lips.
Well, that's because he's got them pulled back in that picture.
All right.
Man can't just sit around with his teeth colored all day. Do you see the size of those things?
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Wear folk out. So he...
Stop hassling the beast races, man.
So you see a little kind of forked tongue kind of through his teeth, and he asks what you are looking for.
Just a shield, good sturdy shield, maybe something better than what I have here. And I just hold up my shield.
Well, I have things from the lowest level of the dungeon. What level are you looking for?
I'm afraid I'm not very familiar with how the dungeons work, so I don't know what the levels correspond to, really.
Oh, fresh meat. How exciting.
I'm not for sale, sir.
How that? It's always a pleasure being the first one to sell someone their bit of dungeon diving kit. Let me see what I can do.
All right. I see Zalia is dressing up for the handsome merchant.
Well, I didn't realize I hadn't equipped it yet. I changed before we left, let's say. As
All right.
opposed to out in the middle of the street.
There we go. Sorry, I just had to open up his shop tab. Alright.
That's fine.
Although with 19 charisma, I can't imagine anyone's complaining if I just got changed in the middle of the street.
Well, I suppose I could part with this slightly magical shield. For a novice, it's not too heavy, sturdy enough to withstand anything you would find in the first few levels of any dungeon around these parts.
All right.
Let's say, for your first time, I suppose if I can persuade you to purchase anything else, I could give you a little discount.
I can't think of anything else that I want at the moment, sir.
Does this guy sell like armor as well as shields?
He does.
Wonder pipes in and says, if you would be willing to do it as a single transaction, I would like to have a look at your armor as well, please.
Oh, armor for sale. Of course, of course. What are you in the market for?
As you can see, my wandering has left me with some much to be desired leather armor. I would like to have potentially an upgrade.
Oh, well, just about anything's an upgrade from that. Oh, well, I suppose. He gives you a look up and down. You look like a sturdy fellow. Are you in the mood for light, medium, or heavy armor? We'll say dealer's choice.
I'm looking for some heavy stuff, actually.
Oh, heavy armor. Well, I've got some lovely plate, if you can afford it.
How much?
Oh, let's see. If you have the gold and you're willing to buy the shield, I'll give you both for half price. We'll say 1,500 in total.
See how much I have. I think I'm supposed to have a decent amount. I have 601 gold.
That's a little bit steep for our pricing. What's your next level down on the armor?
Let me see. You're proficient with all of it, you say. Oh, I have some lovely splint armor for 200.
Does that 200 include the shield as well?
A +1 shield for 200. I'm selling it for cheap, but not that cheap. For those prices, you might as well go find your own in the dungeons.
So what would it be with the splint armor and the shield?
Well, splint armor, 200 pieces, and then the shield will say is half price at 750. 950.
Much more affordable.
But that's taking pretty much all of our money, though, isn't it?
Do we have anything else we want to use it on?
Gotta spend money to make money, but I don't know what they've got at the magic shop to see if it's more useful.
Well, if you're looking to get more legs out of your current set, I would recommend you get it enchanted. Not quite as durable as building it from the ground up, but an enchantment will save your skins when you need it to.
What? I don't know. I'd rather just get a pre-made shield. It's less of a hassle, I think. These prices, are they including that we'll hand you our old shield and armor? Of course. A bit of an exchange to lower the
Well,
price.
I suppose I'm open to being persuaded. You can go ahead and roll a persuasion check if you would like.
Right, I chuck my d20 at him and see if it works. Persuasion. Haha!
All right, let's see. So, Urias, 23. He's like, oh, well, I suppose you're new to the guild as well. I suppose we can call it a senior discount for some fellow dungeoneers. Just make sure to do your best when you go into the mines.
Of course, sir.
I
That is where I'll be
suppose
going.
I could part with the shield for 500 gold pieces and the armor for 200, but that's as low as I'll go.
That is fine for me. I appreciate those prices.
That'll be
Wonder?
700 altogether.
Yep.
Do you
said
have
the
enough?
The shield was +1, right?
Yep.
And the armor is just basic, yeah?
It's the splint armor, yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with that. How much are you willing to spend, Brias?
I can spend the full 500 if it's fine with me.
And then I'll throw the 200 for the armor, yeah?
Yep.
Alright.
Ka-ching! Yeah.
Alright,
Hand over
you guys
My money
can
and my shields.
pull that onto your sheets from the compendium. Just remember to subtract the price of the items from your sheet.
Yeah, sure. Actos. Sip-a-boo. Go on. Inventory. Spectral box. Gold. That was gold. 100 and shield is deleted. Journal. Compendium.
Well, you still have your
Jesus,
old.
done.
You still have your old shield. You don't have to delete it off your sheet.
Oh, I thought the thing was I handed the shield in and got better prices because of it.
No, you guys registered with the guild, so he decided to give you a break with the persuasion check.
Oh,
Because he's
all right.
just trying to get rid of his shields and items that he finds in the dungeon. So he's like, I don't really need a new one.
Oh, well, I don't really need my old shield, so I just...
You can just discard it then. That's fine.
Yeah, I just got it. Shield...
I will have to find somewhere to change.
Now, how do
Therapy?
I equip it again?
We're poor now, Parias.
Yeah,
You
cool.
see
Well,
a halfling run up to Lognu and excitedly tell him something, and then Lognu starts packing up his stall, just kind of grabbing his items and shoving them in his pack. He's like, "Pleasure doing business with you all, but there's important information from the guild. I'm sure you'll hear about it soon. Better keep your ears peeled."
Of course, sir. Thank you.
And with that, they
That's
take
right.
off.
Now, how do I equip things again?
If you go to your sheet, the
I am in my
that-
inventory.
yeah, that grayed out symbol to the right. If you click on it, it'll equip it.
Oh, yeah, that is. All right.
Can I find somewhere private to change around here, or?
Shield +1.
Oh, just do it out in the street, you coward.
I suppose you could go to the tavern if you wanted to.
Make it a performance. You're a performer.
I don't think people would want to see a scantily clad tiefling around. Not many people want to
And
see.
you don't know
tieflings
the
around.
internet.
Hey, you and Zal, I can do some kind of striptease paroutine. I'm sure of drawing customers. Merchants will love it.
Okay, let's just say I go down to the tavern and I change, and then I come back. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Roger, Dodger.
That was a big increase in my AC, so very useful.
What's you go from into?
11 to 17.
Yeah. And I'm at 19.
Alright.
But yeah, that's me done.
Zalia, you wanted to sell your tea?
Yeah, and see what Tad has.
You hand over the tin, and he inspects it, gives it a sniff. Yeah, he's sniffing it. Yeah, baby. As you can probably tell, I am holding the baby, who is being adorable.
Hello, baby owl.
Eddie, baby.
Alright, so he grabs the tin of tea, and he's just gonna inspect it quick.
Top quality.
Let me guess. Best
Oh,
team.
Sherbert. Okay. Alright, let me try.
He grabs his tea and then crashes.
Alright, he rubs his chin and then says, "This is nice stuff if it was kept in better condition." Yeah. I'm sorry, it's hard to pay attention when you're holding an adorable baby. Alright.
Let's just see it's Tad being distracted by his chicken.
He's being distracted by the chicken. He's like, you know, you're a nice lady. It's nice tea. We don't get it that often. I could do maybe 250.
250,000. Oh my gosh.
250. I mean, that's. I got mouths to feed.
Yeah, with tea.
Oh, well, you know, 275. What do you say?
Can I try persuasion to get him up to 300?
Sure, go ahead.
Damn.
All right, how
I
would you
got a
like
lot
to
of
persuade
mouths
him?
to feed.
There's a
Oh,
lot
wow.
of mouths to feed. All right. You're that, like, famous singer, right? All right. I could do, you know, I can market it as a tea that you endorse. If that's what you're willing to do, I'm happy to give you 350.
I'll even sign it.
All right, a deal's a deal. 1 tin of tea and an agreement that I can market it with your likeness. And you get 350. All right, done and done. Pleasure doing a business with you. Let me know if you have any other superstar needs that I can fulfill.
What does he have in stock? Or just the, general stuff and singing teacup?
Oh, well. This may look like a hodgepodge of various arcane trinkets, but to a discerning lady such as yourself, well, this is where you can find the real treasure.
Can I try an Arcana check to see what the best thing in the pile is?
I guess we already had that Arcana check. I will, rather than doing an Arcana check again, you know, you already did that persuasion check and got a 25. What if we said he is willing to kind of brag about his items to a superstar celebrity checking out his wares? So he's like more willing to show off.
So I can spread word of his magical wares far and wide on my tour.
Well,
So wow me, magic man.
who doesn't like an animal act? So, you may have heard potion of animal friendship. How about a necklace does the same thing but on a more permanent basis? Huh? Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Aha. Zada's going to turn into a Disney princess.
Sweet.
I thought Zali was already one.
Yeah,
I don't have a pad. I have that.
cute animals.
Yeah, nobody's really impressed when I come in with my little imp on my shoulder, and he goes, "Ugh, what the hell is that?" And I could be rocking in like a Disney princess with birds on each arm and squirrels bringing me my scarves and stuff. Yeah. So how does that work? Like, it comes with a specific animal, or you cast it on an animal you want, or what?
No. when you have your potion of animal friendship, see, you can cast animal friendship at will and get a companion in, whatever you like. When you've got the amulet, it's a little beefier, a little nicer, lets you make friends, make nice with a little better of a creature, because usually you're like limited to your basic kind of animals. But with this you can really start getting up there. You can really start, you see something unusual out there, you're thinking of doing maybe a little double act with some exotic creatures. Bingo bango, you pop this puppy on, there you go. Done and done. You have a new animal companion willing to be front and center on your next stage show. Well, maybe not front and center, because that's your spot. That's your spot, of course. But you know what I mean. The lights, the glitz, the glamour. You there with some flying phoenix or something. People eat that shit up. It's great.
And how much is that?
Well, I suppose you say you wanna perhaps endorse the stall. I can make some money saying that, you're a personal client of ours. What do you say?
I pull out a stack of my headshots from my bag. Oh, I just happen to have these right here, conveniently.
Oh, well. I suppose that I would be willing to part with it for... Wow. Alright, how about this? I get a stack of those, signed, one of them out to me personally, that I can frame and put here, so that everyone knows that we're cool, right? And then more that I can also sell. Plus, maybe this evening you go to the tavern and you're like, man, that Tad guy, he's so great, he hooked me up. I don't know how I would do my next performance without the stuff that I found at his shop. Just, tell people how great you found your shopping
I've
experience.
lost sound here. Hang on a sec.
Man, you're missing a great sales pitch here from Tad. He's really selling you on this.
Her ears can't believe themselves.
The mouse is running out of batteries. The headphones are just overwhelmed by the sheer presence of the Zalia, D&D rockstar.
So has Zalia actually bought anything yet?
She made some money. She sold the tea. She hasn't bought anything yet, though.
Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've lost sound. I don't know why. I'm not even using the cord for the earphones anymore, so I have no idea why I've just lost sound.
Oh, we can't hear you anymore.
Oh no.
Zalia!
I like that you say we can't hear anymore when she can't hear us.
Ah, there. Sorry, I have no idea why. It just disappeared and came back, and I have no idea. Like, I'm not even using the cord that wasn't working anymore, so... That was
Crazy.
really weird. I switched to my earbud specifically so I wouldn't lose sound, and I lost sound anyway, because why anything? Sorry, how much was it?
He's willing to part with the amulet for you praising his shop at the tavern tonight, a stack of headshots with one made out to him, and 200 gold pieces.
Sounds good.
All right,
Get ready for the best commercial you've ever had.
Oh yeah, I expect this time tomorrow, stall empty. Me, a rich man. It'll be great. Fantastic. So happy for your patronage. All right. So that is shopping done. You guys have sent out your letter. Well, I suppose.
What was the amulet, sorry?
Oh, it's an amulet of animal friendship. So it's kind of like the potion of animal friendship, but it lets you cast animal friendship on higher level creatures. And of course, because it's an amulet, it's not like consumed.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right.
Oh, how much was that singing teacup? Can always use a backup singer if it's any good.
Oh, you just have to be careful not to chip it. You'll damage the spell, and who knows what will happen then. Some of them get a little weird. Like, they start preferring certain kinds of liquids. Like, I swear, I had this one, would not sing unless you filled it with ginger tea. But then, once you did that, it was happy as a clam. Or I suppose a singing teacup. But, experiment. Sometimes they want, like, you want to sing, like, a ballad, you want to sing a little love song. They want something more schmoozy in them, But you want to sing something, like, that people can really get excited for. You find a nice liquor, you fill it up with that, just not too much. Because then you start getting into, like, drunken singing. Like, they can hold a tune, but, you might not like what comes out.
Sounds like my new best friend. How much?
You bought the amulet, you gave me the signed headshots. For you, between friends, 25 gold pieces.
Perfect.
It's perfect for a singer like you. Just let everyone know that, where can we get a singing teacup of our own? Tad.
Oh, of course.
Tad is the name, Tad is the game. Come here, get your very own singing teacup, endorsed by the Zalia.
My first sponsorship. I mean, one of many, of course.
Oh yeah. We all love it. It's great. Like, don't get me wrong. We're awestruck by your singing prowess, but we're now able to take you as a patron. Wow, that's really something. I can't wait to tell all the guys. Like, everyone here is going to be so jealous of me, Tad. But yeah, you have a great day. Let me know if I can hook you up with anything else. These chumps, they're gonna be all starstruck. But me, I can do business. So you have any problems with anybody here, you say Tad sent me. We'll get everything squared out. All right.
Oh, it's amazing. I will fill out the best, most flowery and glowing phrase possible on that picture that's for him.
Oh, wow. Man, my wife is going to be thrilled. She wanted to see you. Like, we were down in the Capitol this one time, and you were performing. You couldn't even stand across the street and hear you. It was totally packed. you are such a star. She gonna be thrilled that me, Tad, I got to meet you. Of course, I suppose, could we perhaps renegotiate and say that one of those stacks is also made out to my wife?
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest that. Of course.
Oh, you
What's
know,
her name?
I got a little excited. Her name is Jenny. Yeah.
Make it out to eBay. Little E, big B.
No,
I
just
can't believe you remembered that. That's my cat, by the way.
I've been seeing the cat pictures. It's great. You guys
Well,
are
the
great.
one is the kitten one is old because I literally cannot take pictures of Harley when she's awake now. She just waits until the camera makes the slightest noise and then suddenly wheels around just as it's taking the picture. It's great.
My cat is not a very good picture cat because he's like black, so it's. I've got a couple here. Let me.
You just see two eyes.
Yeah, he is the void.
I love it. All right, so you and Tad, you've had a great time. We will leave it off here for today and start up next week with the guild meeting, I think.
Already?
Yeah, because the Baron was calling the meeting when you guys left, and then you guys talked to the guy at the temple, and you've been doing some shopping. Like that's where Lognu and the Halfling went. Is they got called to a guild meeting, so you guys are probably should be called to the meeting soon.
Oh,
and-
no, I mean, I thought the session would be like an hour more, maybe?
They're 3 hours.
Oh, alright, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the last one was extended because we wanted to fight, right?
Yeah, and Baby Owl was doing adorable things, so. But yeah, you guys will have time. I don't want to get too far and extend the session because we're missing Safina, and it'll
Yeah,
be nice
true, that's fair.
it'll be
That's
nice
fair.
to have her here for the guild session as well.
Alright.
All right, super. Yeah,
Okay.
that was fun. You guys
Good
did
game,
not
everyone.
run into the I suppose not so random encounters, but I'm sure next time you're gonna run into them. And
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
entirely whiffed that perception check. Rolling nat 20s across the board, and then I get to a perception check and I roll a 1.
How much was the seeing teacup?
that was 25 gold pieces.
I gotta knock that off my total.
We got some shopping done. Zalia managed to make some money. I think he made like 125 gold pieces, I think. Because you sold the tea for 350, and then you made another. Then you bought something for 200, and then you bought something for 25. You still have 125 bonus. So you're ahead of the game. That's great. All right.
I'm rich.
I'm rich and famous. That's
And we're super armored.
Yeah. Just imagine me with like the classic samurai armor on.
Sure.
You guys get beefier and beefier, and I'm just over here, turning into pudding as soon as somebody punches me.
I jingle when I move now, though, so I can't stealth.
Not when I'm around. I'll protect you. That's my job.
yes, the disadvantage of heavy armor and stealth.
We'll have to get an animal friendship spell that's big enough to just, push you over the side of it. You could just be, laying across the back and hop down when you're needed.
The next thing I need to get to be a proper samurai is to get a horse. I need
Alright.
to get that out with like armor as well.
All right. Well, I will see you folks in 2 weeks at the end of July. Yeah?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
GG.
Yeah.
Months
Yeah, see you then.
disappearing.
See you, folks.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.